Alright, it's night time here. You got a light on this old CZ457 with a little Hm2 barrel. That's what it shoots that kind of ammo there, and Hornady makes it, and Neely used to make it. And I've got some Hornady, but I've been shooting this right here had some good results. I think this is the same light I shot last winter that's in this box here. I don't know how much of it I've got left. Okay. Now, people watching this video, look, I don't sell barrels. I use this gun, okay? I got a lot of experience in the woods hunting squirrels. And people don't have to believe me. They can believe anybody they want to. And just because I got a, maybe some people think it's a slow accent, well, I got news for you. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm far from stupid, okay? I've worked on a lot of high-tech equipment in my career, boys. Back in the day. Anyway, this Hm2 round versus 22 long rifle. I had a guy the other day comment on one of my YouTube videos about, well, you ought to use an air rifle. One of them $1,800 air rifles. They're heavy. They got that old big air tank on them. I've had PCP air rifles. I had a Rapid air rifle, and I squirrel hunted with it, okay? But you can run into some problems with them, especially in colder weather. You know, your pressure in your tank will get, lower because of physics or whatever. They are heavy. They do shoot. I mean, I had one that would shoot good. I killed squirrels out to 70 yards with it at times. It was a 20 caliber. Well, anyway, air rifles, even the ones that shoot real good, and people can be misled watching some of these videos about air rifles. You'll see these cats over in the UK shooting pigeons off of light wires around feeders or grain bins. Well, boys, that's not squirrel hunting, okay? So don't get mixed up in your mind. Oh yeah, the gun, you dial the elevation up, it's accurate enough, and you play the wind, and it's got enough energy up there at some of the distances them boys are shooting to kill them rabbits and maybe even them pigeons and them other birds or whatever, pests. But you couldn't do that around here in a lot of squirrel shots, okay? You get a squirrel in the woods at 80 yards, well, there's a lot of limbs, okay? When you look through the scope, you look at the crosshair, you're looking at a line of sight. Now, you have to look at the line of sight, but you study on it a little bit. Well, you can't be looking, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches above your line of sight. That's hard to judge. I mean, you got to actually judge the distance because the arc of the bullet is going to be somewhere around the 60%, be the highest point, about 60% of the long shot. That's where it's going to be arcing. So now you got a squirrel out there, you got to judge the distance. And now you've got an obstacle, and you got to know the distance of it, and then where is it on the actual shooting plane as far as the bullet path. Well, that can be hard to do, okay? It's a lot of time. You're sitting there, that squirrel's not going to sit there in eternity and let you shoot him, okay? Now, we got to add one other factor in here. The diameter of the bullet. Well, 22 long rifles got a larger diameter bullet. Well, when you start doing odds, the 17 caliber is smaller in diameter, so it gets through a narrower passage. Okay, so it's odds on less favorite to hit the limb. And you take a 22 caliber air rifle or a 25 caliber, same deal. It's bigger. Okay. I contemplating on buying one of those $1,800, $2,000 rigs, PCP to play with. And I got to thinking about it. I said, time I buy a pump, compressor, and buy the gun, and buy the, it's going to get expensive. And the gun is heavy. They don't make them light. Yeah, they make some lighter ones with a shorter barrel, but that's just not me anymore, boys. I got out of that. I want a gun that fires. This one right here fires when I want it to. Okay? So yeah, I could shoot some of my squirrels with an air rifle. There's no doubt I could. But I see a lot of obstacles around a lot of squirrels I shoot. Young squirrels especially. They'll get tangled up in some of the awfulest mess in trees you've ever seen. And nature tells them to get into cover. Okay, and you're sitting there and you've got an air rifle that's got a loopy trajectory, a 22 long rifle that's 70 yards. And you're having to dial that thing up about 3 MOA or something to hit that squirrel. Okay, with this gun right here, I just aim at it and fire. And then you start getting on out to 80 yards, you're holding a 22 long rifle up 4 MOA, roughly. You know, you're dialing the scope up. Well, you don't have to do that with this gun at 80 yards. You just aim at the head and squeeze the trigger, okay? Now, yeah, you got to play some wind. Okay? You got to play wind with everything. HMR is going to blow with the wind too, by the way. You know, you start shooting at 100 yards. Yes, the HMR is better than this gun in the wind. But how much better? It's not what you think. Okay? Slight percentage, okay? So you have to study the wind on all of them. So that's the deal. You know, you get some bonus shooting this 17 caliber Hm2 over an air rifle and over a 22 long rifle. Now, a 22 Magnum, some of the 30 caliber bullets on it are pushing the same speed as what this gun here shoots, or actually a little faster. But again, you still got a larger diameter bullet. Okay? So again, you're at a slight disadvantage there, just you know, looking at that right there. I like these shells here too, these Hm2 shells, because they're lighter and they're not as bulky as the HMR or the 22 Magnum. You know, when I pack them around, it's just extra weight, extra cost. They cost more. There's some squirrels I probably could kill with an HMR that I can't kill with this one, but I'd say they're few and far between, you know, based on my experiences. I have used an HMR. I hope you enjoyed the video.